Hello everyone and welcome back to Deinfluenced. I'm your host Sasha, and my goal here is to get you guys to think critically about where you're currently spending your social media currency, and I do that by revealing the truth behind the highlight reels of today's popular influencers. Today we are dipping our toes into a new family, which is technically two families, but they're kind of related, and we are going to open the conversation talking about the Beeston family. There are two brothers, Derek and Tanner, who are married to Sarah and Lo, and they have a podcast together, and there's just a whole bunch of different dynamics, and there are some allegations surrounding not being completely honest about plastic surgery and stuff like that, and ultimately that's really dangerous, especially for a public figure. So we're going to talk about it. So I don't know a whole lot about them. I don't consume their content. I've seen a couple videos on them here and there, but overall, I know nothing. I learn with you guys for the Dip the Toes dive. I want to open by asking, for those who have been deep in the snark world for a while, even if it's not a while, but you know it pretty well, could you please comment down below the top things to cover? The Dip the Toes dive, I cover basically the latest controversy and we look at their socials and who they are, sort of thing, the vibe we get. But for the deep dives, I like to compile a list of the most problematic behaviors, and who's the best at knowing that stuff? It's you guys who are deep in the receipts and stuff like that. So what are the most problematic, concerning things that we need to talk about, that people need to know about when it comes to influencers or a public figure, stuff like that? The latest controversy is surrounding Sarah, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Sarah. People are alleging that she recently had a plastic surgery to move her hairline and that she's not being honest about it. But she has in the past been honest about plastic surgery procedures and stuff like that. So I find that really interesting if that is the case, if she is lying about the hairline surgery, because why lie if you were so open about it in the past and open about getting, like, let's say a nose job. I don't know if she got a nose job, but I'm just saying, like, if she's been open about getting a nose job or fillers or Botox or whatever, why hide this? Maybe it's because in the past she said that she would never do something like this. She would never get a facelift. I don't even know what kind of procedure she had, to be honest. I feel like I looked it up though. But why lie about it? That's what gets me. And at the core of it all are the consumers of social media who are consuming their content and seeing this and ultimately lying about plastic surgery or having procedures or anything like that. It perpetuates this unrealistic beauty standard that someone else is never going to be able to achieve because it's fake. They probably talk about skincare products and link that, or makeup products and link that. And when you have influencers who go, oh, this changed the way my skin looked, this changed everything, this toned, this did this did this, and they're not being 100% transparent about the procedures they're getting done to their face or body in general, that's potentially really dangerous, not just for someone's physical health, but also for someone's mental health when they're using the same product and not getting anywhere near any results, oftentimes, because usually the stuff that influencers push, they don't care. They're going to push it because it's going to make them money, not because it's a good product. If you look at Michaela from TikTok, the big beauty influencer who literally lied about this mascara and put on falsies for an ad for that mascara. She probably had some type of commission bonus, I assume. I don't know why you would do that when it's so obvious that you put falsies on, that you're lying. It's really gross, and a lot of influencers nowadays are doing it. Okay, Sarah Beeston, born in 96, she's 28, a popular social media star who is recognized for her Sarah Beeston TikTok account, where she posts comedy and prank videos, often about her being pregnant. She has accumulated over 4.6 million followers on the video platform. She launched in March of 2020. Cool. So she's one of the COVID TikTok booms. Oh, she's with Derek. Okay. So it's Sarah and Derek and Lo and Tanner. Got you. One of her most viewed TikTok videos was filmed 2 days after her due date and features her husband trying to get her off the couch. She and her husband dressed up as characters from Naruto and Troy for Halloween in 2021. Okay, well, that's that. Okay. Family life. She and her husband Derek welcomed their son Jay in 2020. Oh, so she got pregnant and decided, hey, I'm just going to exploit this entire pregnancy and then my kid. Cool. The Beeston family has lived in Hawaii. She posts with her family on the Beeston Fam YouTube channel. In June 2020, the couple announced they were expecting their second child and welcomed S on December 7th, 2022, a girl. Okay. So they have 3.02 million subscribers on YouTube and 3 billion views. Wow. Answering all assumptions about the Beestons. Okay, well, this could be, a good introduction to all of them, I guess. So why don't we just go look at that after we take a look at their socials here. And if we go to their videos and sort by most popular, it's probably pregnancy. Yeah, so Jay meets S, the live birth of our baby girl. Okay, so she birthed a child on YouTube. 2.2 million views. Gender reveal, finding out I'm pregnant and telling my husband. Baby girl is finally coming. Fell off a 30-foot cliff and lived. Derek's story part 1. Wow. Our story part 1. How we met. Sarah Beeston. Why we're moving. Is it because you're scared for your safety? At night with our newborn. Baby's first Christmas, we had to separate. I'm sure that's pretty click-viewy. Oh, I bet you it was for COVID. No, 1 year ago. Probably not. So, yeah. Full-blown child exploiters and doing all the family vlog stuff, birthing babies on YouTube and exploiting babies on YouTube. Let's go and look at TikTok. So here on TikTok, she has 4.6 million followers and 2.71 million likes. Sorry, 271 million likes. Whoa. Getting ready in matching outfits with my 1-year-old. Okay, so yeah, so kids are front and center of all of this. 1-year-old in her diaper, bathing suits, kids, no kids for 3 videos, and then kids. I also dyed my hair red after being blonde my whole life. Fun fact, she's really pretty. I feel sad that she felt the need to do so much to her face. So if we jump over to the Reddit page, Beeston Family Snark, they have some really good before and after pictures that I want to show you, and you guys can honestly be the judge of it. And again, I frankly don't care if someone has plastic surgery, if they get fillers or Botox or anything. I think it does perpetuate unrealistic beauty standards, and I think that everybody should be able to age naturally and it not be a problem, but such is the world we live. However, being dishonest about it, it's just not a good look. And again, it can be really, really harmful to people consuming social media. This was one side by side that really struck me because honestly, I feel like it is so evident that she's had procedures done. And again, I'm pretty sure there are areas that she's been honest with. I believe she has talked about nose job. Maybe it was a boob job. I can't remember. We'll go and take a look here in a second. But this one really struck me because it does look like sisters. It doesn't look like the same girl. I don't know. You guys can decide for yourselves. Even, I know she's not smiling as much, but she doesn't have any wrinkles here. This is what people are saying she had done. She had this done, which is a thing. I just can't remember what it's called, but we can look it up. But this is kind of what I was saying about why it's not okay for influencers to lie about cosmetic procedures, because if you can afford it, you're not putting yourself into debt, and you're also doing it for you, then fine. But if you're doing it to keep up with this like beauty standard online or anything else because you're an influencer and you feel the need to perpetuate this crazy standard, then that's not okay. There's another influencer that we're going to be doing a deep dive on soon, Kira Sivertson. I don't know if you've heard of her. She is a pretty infamous influencer right now, but She got breast augmentation surgery and was very open and honest about it. However, speculation is that she did it for her now husband, not because she always wanted it, which is the stuff that she kind of said. Anyway, that is a whole nother wild ride. But that's another dynamic. If you're not doing it for yourself and you're lying about it and just being super deceptive, I don't know. I think it's not okay, especially being in the public eye. So it perpetuates unrealistic beauty standards. Followers may believe that achieving the influencer's look is natural or easy, leading to body image issues, low self-esteem, and unhealthy comparisons. They have influence on vulnerable audiences, especially with family channels. They have young and very impressionable audiences. And what are these teenage girls seeing? They're seeing that wrinkles aren't okay. They're seeing that if you have a flaw, you have to fix it to be popular on social media. That's how it translates, especially if it's being dishonest about something. And again, I know a lot of women who grew up with, let's say, small breasts who really just wanted to feel more womanly. So they got breast augmentation surgery and they waited and they saved up for it and the whole 9 yards. I can get that, but you shouldn't feel the need to have to keep up with social media or these people that you see on social media, and you shouldn't be made to feel bad. And just because they chose to change something on their body doesn't make you any less beautiful. It really doesn't. And doesn't mean that if you have that same thing that there's something wrong with you. It's not. It's something wrong within themselves that make them feel this way. So ultimately it's really sad. It undermines trust and credibility, which is a key component of an influencer's relationship with their audience. An influencer is caught lying about procedures, it erodes their credibility, potentially leading to a loss of followers and brand partnerships, and that's a big one. How can you trust an influencer's review on a product if they're lying about huge stuff? Right? It takes away all their credibility. Sometimes it can promote unsafe practices. Influencers who attribute their looks to lifestyle change or beauty products instead of admitting to surgeries can lead followers to try dangerous alternatives. Some may resort to harmful diets, supplements, or unregulated beauty treatments, thinking they'll achieve the same results, which is kind of what I said earlier. And false advertising, again, what I said earlier with Michaela. How can you trust what they say when they lie about such huge things? And it's so sad because the majority of people are saying that she was so pretty before. She was fine exactly as she was and more relatable and realistic. And now she's done all these procedures. She's being dishonest about it. She's completely changed her face and people are sad, like concerned. And it's just this level of dysmorphia that I don't think we've ever seen before. These lifestyle influencers, these family vloggers who aren't allowing themselves to just like age gracefully, it's a lot. It's scary and sad. I don't even recognize her. It really ages her. She looks 10 years older. Whatever she has done has really aged her. In addition to all of these procedures, it also looks like she lost weight and hair. Is it just me? As for procedures, I definitely see an upper and lower blef in addition to the forehead stuff. I can't decide if her nose is done or not. I'm leaning towards yes. Okay, this is where I saw it. She admitted in the past she's had her nose done. So there you go. So why lie about getting your hairline fixed or moved or whatever the case may be? This is so wild to me. I've always been self-conscious about my own forehead and even looked into surgery myself, but I just can't get over how bizarre it makes her look. What a mistake. I really don't understand the hate for bigger foreheads. Her previous forehead looked fine and normal. Looks like her eyes look more open. So people are pointing out that you can see the scar along her forehead here. As this person said, I try to never comment on people's looks because I know how I feel when people comment on mine. But I'm gonna break my own rule here. What in the world has she done? She doesn't even look like the same person. They look like maybe sisters, more like cousins. Don't get me wrong, the picture on the left, she's still very pretty, but she went from strikingly beautiful to meh. I mean, maybe it's just her hairline. Well, her eyes definitely look less hooded here as well. I don't know. And here's another side-by-side comparison. So again, she's been honest about her nose. Okay, so let's go take a look at who they are. We'll go watch that video and finish up.
Who's this chick? She's totally into my husband.
It's weird. I got really attached to Tanner's naked. Next assumption is that the guys are homophobic. Okay, whoever this lady is, it's a burner account, but she's asking some really mean stuff.
Alright,
I'm not
guys,
gonna read those.
welcome to our YouTube channel. So we've got lots
Everybody state your name.
No, on the count of 3, you're gonna do your weirdest noise. Starting with Tanner. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa, ew!
His mouth was shaky.
Alright.
I have no idea what's going on right now. Do they think it's funny? I'm not amused. I'm not gonna lie. And I wish they weren't 8,000 feet away from the camera. All right.
We're just doing that as an icebreaker because this is our
So
first
annoying.
video that we all filmed together.
So, this is my brother Ryan.
Oh, thank you for clarifying. Just an icebreaker.
This is his boyfriend Charlie.
What's up?
They're our special guests today. You guys know the other Beestons. Hello. Hello. We are
The other Beestons.
doing assumptions today. Ryan and Charlie are going to be asking us.
We're here to keep them honest because we've known them since birth. For the last week, we've been here in Lake Val. Today's our last day. It's kind of gloomy, so we decided it'd be fun to do this today. We're gonna answer some assumptions. And me and Tanner have the same hat. Tanner got me this for my birthday. So, arm wrestle.
This is the one.
Throw them off the boat. Off the boat.
You guys, there's some juicy questions here.
First things first, you guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe.
We got Beeston Bunch, Beeston Fam, and Ryan and Charlie.
Don't do it.
Here's their Instagram handles if you want to give them a follow because they're amazing. All right, Ryan, hit us off with the first one. But
Oh my gosh, assumption number 1. Sarah wishes she married Tanner.
Sarah!
And Lauren and Derek would be a better couple.
their first date was at our wedding.
Oh my
I'm
god.
ready to cry! You tried to get him on our wedding day. I was there.
Spite.
Who's this chick? She's totally into my husband.
That's a sketchy thing to...
A great one to
So we
start off
can
with.
confirm.
She's gonna bust at the wedding.
No, I actually do love my husband, Derek.
And I think me
No, I actually do like him, guys.
and Lauren are so similar that it probably would be harder.
It would totally. It would be hard. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like you guys each like balance each other out. I feel like any like mix it up of the situation would not be
Explosion.
I think you have chosen. It's too late. This could lead into the next assumption, though, that you two didn't like each other at the beginning.
Me and Lo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not commenting on this.
In the beginning, I always liked Sarah. So when Tanner and I first got married, it was a little bit tricky because
In the beginning, I always liked Sarah. Okay.
Tanner was the firstborn. It was harder for the family to kind of adjust to a new person coming into the family. It was like a struggle, and I like felt sad about it. And then I watched how welcoming they were to Sarah, and it kind of like hurt my feelings. But it wasn't against Sarah. It was like me just like, oh, like they don't like me as much. And I think I
Yikes.
thought that Lauren didn't like me, so that probably made things weird. No, but like literally, it took us 5 times of actually hanging out and spending time together.
did hang out.
Oh, what? That's on my face. I'm gonna ask you both this question. So, Lo or Sarah will poop while their significant other is in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna be so much worse than that.
Oh my gosh.
I prefer to get
Yo, he thinks it's so much worse than that. Like 100%. Yeah. I don't like that. Do you guys poop with your significant other in the bathroom? Again, going back to Matt and Abby making us giggle about it being the optimal time to start a conversation. I disagree.
I feel like you just don't care. He just doesn't care. He just comes in. I'm like, I need my privacy, and you're just
Same.
like, no, whatever.
But you did the same thing to me. You come in on me,
No,
but
because
then you
you're
get on that
steep.
like,
Like, hold on.
Captain.
Oh, I'm gonna move on from this one. Rumor has it, the assumption says that y'all refuse to collab with other YouTubers because you're so tight-knit and exclusive.
Between us two.
Wait, what do you guys?
No, because nobody else wants to collab with them because they suck.
I mean, you guys definitely have like your tight-knit community, but I definitely wouldn't think that you guys would be like prejudiced against somebody else.
You think anybody's asking us? Nobody's
Would
asking
say
us.
it's
Yeah, see? You think anyone's asking us? Exactly. Nobody wants to collab with them. That's why.
somebody. Who wants to make
Who wants to call out? Let's go. We just have kids. We don't have the time.
Yeah, it's not-
We literally. Well,
You don't have jobs.
Mom, to the camera.
Assumption is that you are all homeschooled. There's just like
I got that on
There's like a
mine.
lot of them here.
Are we
Homeschooled.
weird?
I
No,
think so.
homeschoolers are.
You guys are all home.
Yeah, you're weird, and that's also mean to say about homeschoolers.
Jeez, just
Yeah, yeah, lie down.
I wanted to homeschool Jack.
We want to homeschool our kids, but like the
Yeah.
stigma about homeschool is that they don't have a social.
Maybe, but it is different. You're not in a social setting, so you can be.
None of us were homeschooled.
None of us
No.
are homeschooled,
We went to public school.
though. Okay, next question.
This is really taco.
Next question. Tanner doesn't like that Derek copies him.
I can't tell you that nothing makes me happier. I bought these two hats.
He likes them to match.
Growing up, the only thing that irritated me is sometimes I couldn't find my clothes.
Okay, wait, this is the funniest part
still an
is
issue
that
because
he
he has
still
sticky
has all these things, and then Sarah now wears them.
Speaking of
And it's like
nerds.
Tanner's high school outfits where I'm just like, oh my gosh, that is like literally what Tanner wore every day in high school. Wait, and the baby blanket.
How long have they been together? I'm so confused at these dynamics. Who met who first? How long have they been together? Who married? Who's older? No, Tanner's older. We know Tanner's older, so he got married first. And then where did Sarah come in? Like, how did Sarah meet Tanner? Because I'm so confused.
The baby blanket stealer!
I got really attached to Tanner's baby blanket. I think I stopped using it when I was like 13. Yeah, I used to use it for a long time.
The love runs deep.
But yeah, does it make you mad? No, dude. I would have thought you would never
That
have
was so sweet. That was
What
like
does it make you
so
mad?
random. So cute. But we can confirm Derek wants to be more like Tanner.
Oh,
We want to be like each other.
they want to be like each other equally.
I would say, yeah. I think most
What is this? What are we watching?
younger brothers should want to be like their older brother.
I was just thinking, like, some people probably don't want to be like their older brothers.
That's
Sarah? Sarah, do you want to be
I mean, like, most older brothers don't want to be like their little brother, I feel. But most little brothers do want to be like their older brother, someone to look up to. So I think you had that backwards.
Oh, no. Next question.
Next assumption is that the guys are homophobic.
Should we leave now? Weird.
Yo, instead of immediately denying it, they're sitting there saying, this just got weird.
It is interesting that you don't want to sit by us.
Yeah.
The women.
As far away as possible.
And this actually
Be careful, you might catch
it.
it.
Like most like, you know, like gay people. Yeah.
Oh, wait, all their between Derek?
Well, no, like some of them.
I was
I
like,
don't know.
dang.
Very much
Wait, is
not.
this for all?
No, this is
or
this is
boys?
absolute
This is
no.
Oh, God. Guys, there are so many people talking right now. This sounds like my house. This is my children.
Hard no.
No, I would say I'm not homophobic. When I was younger and it was so cultural to be that way, it was kind of just like, oh, yeah, you don't do that. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be.
I would say that I've never been homophobic.
But I've never been-
like, growing up. I probably did homophobic things growing up in the culture I grew up in.
Yeah.
Like things I just didn't realize. Like
That
saying
was
certain
seen
things.
as
Yeah,
sensitive.
totally, exactly.
But I think I kind of just started to shift my perspective and was like, oh no, this is normal. This is how it should be. Like if they are in love with each other, they like each other, then they should be able to be together. And when Ryan and Charlie got together, I was like, this was really normal.
We've talked about like everybody finding their own stuff with like church stuff in our last Q&A about like everybody has questions, whatever. One thing that like set me off and like set me down this like hole of questions was like in our church you can't get married as a gay couple, and I was like, that sucks. Like that's so lame. That's like almost like a pivot point for me. So yeah.
I will say that I have always felt super comfortable around both of you. You've never said anything offensive to me yet.
Aw.
And it's interesting too because you guys talk about like growing up and like maybe being like saying or doing homophobic things just out of like your creation, but like we did that too,
Yeah.
and we're gay. It happens when you grow up in a like ultra conservative
It was so different too.
culture. Like you're taught this is the way, and this is the way you must be, and you have to act that way to fit in. And when you're young,
Well, especially if there's religion involved as well. Yeah, I really actually take it back, and I really like that response. They're taking accountability. They're being super transparent about, yeah, I might have said some, I'm sure I said some stuff that wasn't okay, but I've shifted my perspectives. I've grown up. I've learned. I'm impressed.
you want to fit
Point.
Right.
Well, it's kind of cool though that we can shift the culture. Like culture is made up by people,
Right.
And like here's 6 people who are going to go forward and not teach our kids to like say.
Yes, not perpetuating harmful narratives. However, here we are getting and being dishonest about harmful beauty standards. So at least the kids won't be homophobic.
Favorite things or slurs or better.
Just be nice to people.
Be nice. People have a lot of nerve with some of these assumptions.
Oh my god.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh my
I know.
gosh.
Okay, next assumption is you don't smoke or drink alcohol.
No.
No one's worried.
But how do you get hype?
No, I don't. I have to say I've tried to sip with alcohol before, but I don't drink.
None of us drink. We're not smokers.
Sometimes it sounds kind of
Sometimes
fun.
it sounds fun. I will say
But
that.
not-
But we
no,
don't.
That's not my thing. I've never tried alcohol before.
Oh, this is.
Are they super religious? Is that what's happening? They're so religious they don't drink? Like, is that true? Do they not drink? Okay.
It's a good one. The assumption is that Sarah doesn't like Lauren's hair now that it's lighter.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no! What?
She doesn't.
Why on earth? No.
Do you feel like Lauren's
Did
trying
she
to
talk
be
to
like
you about it? Did she talk to you about
Can
it
I
after?
speak to it? Obviously, you got it done. Yeah. I honestly thought you were gonna go dark. That's
Yeah?
why. So I was surprised, but I like it a lot.
Do you like it more than it was?
More than, yeah.
Oh,
I do
wow.
have this theory that your eyes would pop more if you had dark hair.
There's a lot of assumptions about me and Ryan.
Okay.
That's okay.
Well, you both proved that whenever you guys went dark and had dark hair for 5 minutes.
Where they were on the internet.
Yay.
One of the assumptions is that I'm an airhead and you're on top of things.
I would say that. I was like thinking about it, and I was like, it just depends on what
Ryan's
we're
like
talking
the
about.
Ryan's the fixer, right?
I'm like
he's the
the creative. You're creative too.
I was in creative too.
My mind
but-
is like English, school, thoughts, ideas, risky plans, and he's like, why are your tires bald?
Yeah, I don't think either of us is an airhead in all areas of life.
Yeah. Well, some of these assumptions, just to clear up, we're not brothers, we're not cousins, we are gay, and we are dating. Actually, a lot of people ask if you have plastic surgery.
If I would?
No, if you have.
No, I've never done
Apparently, they
anything.
think you're attractive.
I'm not saying I wouldn't, but no, I haven't.
There's quite a few questions about our relationship and how being gay interacts with being religious.
You really should give both of them a follow because they post a lot about this.
I have a podcast, I talk about it, and we interview a lot of gay religious people. And it's interesting because, like, people make assumptions all the time, and, like, we polarize.
Okay, I'm sorry, boys, but like, I don't really care. We're learning about the Beestons. These guys sound cool though, and I'm glad that you seemingly have a good platform. Hopefully it's good. And hopefully if they adopt babies in the future or get a surrogate or have children together at one point in time, they don't exploit them on the internet.
Plastic surgery. Okay, here's an assumption. That Sarah's gonna be on the next season of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah!
Hey, who thinks that I'm good? Wait, that was so nice. That was really nice
They
because
could
I
just be
am.
roasting you.
Yeah, I
It's
think
okay.
Can we show them the move I was trying to show you?
Come
on,
Go.
This is just a
I was trying to
running.
teach you how to do this. That was better than I've ever seen it.
Okay, this is just a running joke. No, because Lauren is a very good dancer. All of my friends pretty much are very good dancers.
I wouldn't say that.
Did
Call
you
out
see
who's
your
good.
TikTok you
Call
just
out who's not a good dancer.
I would say that
Let's rank
all
our
of the
dancing
ones in
ability.
Hawaii like don't know how to dance. But
Yeah, I just
But
like
all
the
the
people.
people-
Okay, so the
That's
people
good.
that I'm around most
Yeah.
that want to make TikToks
Yeah.
are very good dancers, and I struggle a lot. Let's move on.
alright, next
I'm a bad dancer.
Oh, this one's interesting. It could be sad or it could be juicy.
Oh, no.
The assumption was that Sarah and Lauren compare themselves to each other a lot.
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know if there's actually something there. We're like typing out like,
It gets super weird. Like,
like,
No, I think other people compare us.
I'm
What's
sure
that
other
like?
people compare us
how-
just like
how
I
do you
compare
guys-
them.
I don't even know what the assumption was. They're all
Okay,
talking.
so-
Tanner sometimes, and I compare myself to a lot of people. How do you not compare yourself?
I feel like people do.
And they're not looking at the camera, and I can't hear a word they're saying because it's 1,000 feet away. So far away that their mom didn't notice and walked in front of him.
For us.
Yeah, I really don't think about it. There was one time that somebody compared us. It was like this old guy on TikTok. And it was right after I gave birth to Stella, and we did a dancing video together. Everyone was saying like, you both look like twins. Like all the comments were like, Derek and Tanner look like twins, and Sarah and Lauren look like twins. This is so weird. Are you all like related somehow? And obviously they're brothers, but Sarah and I aren't related. And somebody commented and was just like, are you kidding me? One of them's fat and one of them's not. And I was just like,
Sir, she just had a baby. Now who do they want? You want a piece of this?
That's really, really close to the camera.
that was like the only time that I was like, ow, that hurt.
Sorry, I was gonna have to
It's
remove
some
that.
crotchety
Yeah, that sucks.
old man
Especially if you just had a baby.
sitting in his basement. That's why it's like stupid.
It's good though that you guys don't compare to each other though because it's so freaking hard. In
Did they just get mad at DCP? What? Old man sitting in his basement?
I have to remove
It's some
that.
crotchety old man sitting in his basement. That's why it's like stupid.
It's a crotchety old man sitting in his basement. That's why it's stupid.
good though that you guys don't compare to each other though because it's so freaking hard in this thing that we're doing with social media to not compare.
I feel like if we were to do that, we couldn't be like best friends.
Yeah, if that were to happen, it would feel like we weren't excited for the other person when they're doing well, and I feel like that's the most toxic thing.
Okay, so this is an assumption about Ryan and Charlie because you guys probably have assumptions about them. You want to know more about them, and that's why I wanted them on the video.
Bring it on!
So,
From when you knew to telling them.
So I knew when I was about 10 or 11 that something was different, and I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, actually, I probably knew before that something was different, but like 10 or 11, I identified, oh, I think I'm attracted to men. And then I didn't come out until I was 26. So anyway,
That's a long time. And I'm sorry you had to wait so long to feel safe to come out. Seriously, no one should. That's so sad. No one should feel that way. I have goosebumps. That makes me so sad.
basically, our families are cool with us. I'm really proud of our family.
But cool that your families are cool. Like, that's solid.
Actually, because it's like a faith hurdle for them as well. And so,
Sir, I'm kind of slinky. So,
ew. Yeah.
So would you say you guys are night owls?
Yeah, 100%.
also be an instrument.
technically it should be.
It's also fun to have us on it too.
Okay, well, I just thought it was more fun to have these guys than them.
It's because you guys are so clicky.
I get really yucky vibes from Lo. Does anyone else? Like, it's also fun to have us on too. And it's like you're laughing about it and joking about it, but you know that there's like the backhanded death stare coming your way, you know, and same with the other stuff. Yeah.
You're together all the time, and you don't invite anyone else.
We're the worst.
Anyways, we should do this a lot more. We are all going to be living in the same state one day.
One
I already
day.
dropped that.
You!
We'll see about these guys. We don't know what's happening yet, but
We're gonna build a
we're
compound.
going to build a compound.
Yo, I feel you. Me too. I'm building a compound. Whoever wants to join and contribute, you're welcome.
Found.
If you don't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the button.
Nope. Okay. Interesting. So there's that. And then I saw a video earlier. I will overlay it here. And it involves Lo, and there's allegations that she edits her videos to make herself look skinnier and stuff like that. And this specific video is with her daughters, and doing that and editing videos and putting filters on videos with your children, it creates such a toxic narrative, and it's so incredibly scary. It's a crazy direction to take social media. This dishonesty, I don't even know. And then on top of that, we have the people who are taking social media and rage baiting with social media. And some of them are using their kids to rage bait. Others are doing whatever else they can to elicit reactions and stuff and get views, because right now that's what's going viral, is the rage baiting, because people can't help themselves but comment, which fair, because half the time it's absolutely egregious behavior. But I think that allowing people to be monetized with harmful content is really dumb. And I think that the social media platforms really need to wake up soon. There have been so many studies done on the effects on mental health that social media has had since it's been created, since COVID, since everything. And she's on a bag. Is she gonna lie down on the bag? Or just slowly crunch on the bag in the background? Minnie, what are you doing? Can you lie down? And as I was saying, I really think that social media platforms need to step up and step in on this. Step in on the child exploitation, on dangerous content like starvation diets, basically, so you lose a ton of weight, or supplements, and rage bait. They need to get better at controlling this, because it's not a good place that social media is going to. And seeing kind of the downfall of social media and these people being so unapologetically vile, it's next level. And when you look at the back end behind the camera and what's going on, they're oftentimes not good people off camera. And at the end of the day, it's for you to decide, are you okay supporting people who behave, who lie, who act like this, or not? I think that it's time for change to social media, and it's time to not allow criminals and rage baiters and people be infamous on the internet and get paid heftily for it. Look at Gypsy Rose Blanchard. She stepped out of jail to a 10 million TikTok follower. That is insane. And yeah, most people are probably following it to watch the downward spiral that's very obviously going to happen and is happening. Why give these people that kind of fame, that kind of attention, that kind of satisfaction? It's almost cruel in a sense. Anyway, that is what I got for you for the Dip the Toes dive into the Beestons. Ultimately, lying about plastic surgery, it's not okay, and it's really toxic and really dangerous for younger viewers who are consuming that social media content. And at the end of the day, I think influencers really need to be accountable for their actions and behaviors online, and really think about what narrative they are perpetuating with the content that they spew online. So let me know what you guys think. Do I also need to look into Lo and Tanner? Is that it? I get really weird vibes from Lo. She feels really like vindictive and jealous to me. Even just like those comments that she would say and the way she would feel, she definitely internalizes everything. Definitely. And takes everything to heart. And I don't know, I get some yucky vibes from her, whereas like with the other two, they just seem young and flighty and like blah. So I don't know. But like I said in the beginning of this video, if you guys have been deep in the snark and you know what kind of the big problematic behaviors are thus far in their social media journey, or even if there was kind of a turning point, I always love to look into that. When this turning point happened, when they went viral and something changed, or did they change immediately after they went viral? That's all really interesting to me, because it's all psychology, and we gotta be there with looking into the reasoning and the psychology behind, social media fame and the dopamine hits behind getting the clicks and likes. That is all I got for you guys. I hope you are having a fantastic, amazing, incredible, wonderful day wherever you guys are, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.